What's going on YouTube? Effect Records here. Today I'm bringing you an updated video of my '03 Mitsubishi Lancer to EVO conversion build. Alright guys, so I apologize for not posting in a long while, and when I say a long while, I mean a long while. What had happened was I just got this job, and it's at an auto body shop here in town, which is pretty cool, but I just got caught up on bills, and once I left school, I didn't have the equipment to continue on what I was mainly doing, so I needed a welder. I don't have a welder. I had a welder. It was a Campbell Hausfeld cheap welder. Hated it so much with passion, so I ended up selling it a couple weeks ago, trying to save money for a Lincoln welder that I got my eye on. So with that being said, I just got caught up in bills this last Friday. Hopefully in one more week I'll have enough money for the welder that I want. I'll go ahead and get it. I did buy a welding cart in preparation for the welder, but I don't have the actual welder. So that's kind of what's been going on lately with that, trying to get equipment ready to go. So I did do some stuff that needed to get done anyway. I did record me doing those things, but then I lost all the videos when my computer crashed over this weekend when I was editing the videos actually. I restarted the computer and then it wouldn't start back up, so I had to reinstall Windows and do a bunch of crap like that. But I got my computer back up and running after I had to buy Windows over again because like I lost everything. But I ended up going on eBay buying Windows for like $4. So it's pretty cool on that end. Instant delivery for the cereal. But yeah, so I don't know if you can see it. Well, you should be able to see it, but the notable changes so far, just from looking at it, of what I've done. I ended up removing the upper radiator support in preparation for the EVO upper radiator support that I'm going to be getting. It's like $101, I think, on stmtune.com. So I'm going to be buying that here soon as well, like right after the welder. I want to get the welder first because I got to weld some things. But if I buy that first and not have enough money for the welder, I can't put it on anyway. So I'm going to get the welder and then buy that and weld it on. Spot weld. I want to buy a spot welder also because I do want to spot weld that on and not just like try to make my own spot welds kind of thing. I want to get a spot welder as well. And then also, since it's a shell, I wanted to go ahead and fix some rust issues because it was starting to flash rust in some areas. Now, some areas are perfectly fine, even though it's been showing bare metal forever, but some areas was not, and it started to rust on me. So then I was like, man, while I'm just waiting for the money for a welder, let's go ahead and coat it all up and get rid of the rust, grind off the rust, and put some rust, what is it called? Let me go ahead. Rust Reformer, that's what it's called. Rust Reformer. And it's right over here. Went ahead and went to Walmart and picked this stuff up. Rust Reformer instantly converts rust to perfected paintable surface, which it says right there. So I went ahead and picked this up for like $6, $7 at Walmart. I bought like 8 cans. I used like 5 of them already on it. And then I also bought this stuff, which is truck bed coating. I wanted the textured stuff and not the plain stuff. So I went with truck bed coating because it's like more textured than the other stuff to protect it from like rock chips and stuff. But I spray this on first, and I'm going to do 2 coatings on this. I only have 1 coat on it now because I want to make sure that I get all the rust. So my plan is right now to try to clear the rust as best I can and then spray this on it for any because it's supposed to be sprayed on rust, like once you get the flakes off, to convert it. But I'm just going to try to clear off all the rust and then spray this on it to hopefully convert any rust that's actually there that I can't get off, and then do another coat of it to make it double protected, and then go ahead and spray truck bed coating on it. So that way it's nice and protected from any rust flakes that might pop up. So I did the rear right there because I wanted that to be coated because that can get hit and stuff as well. And then I did all the wheel wells so far, so I got that, and some of it actually used truck bed coating already on it, but I'm going to go through it again and make sure that it's correct because some of the stuff I didn't use reformer on either, because I didn't know about it at the time. And then when I was watching some YouTube videos about rust, that is one thing that came up. But as you see, it's black, so the next step would be to put the truck bed coating on it to double protect it. So that's one thing that I was working on, and then the upper radiator support is another thing. Another thing that I was doing is I was trying to fix some issues that I had prior, like when I put this trim piece in, the door gap. Here, if I'll open the door. All right, so when I put this trim piece in here, the first time, the problem is this gap right here, this stock thing. What I did was I overlapped my welds on it, which I wasn't thinking anything of it at the time, because I was trying to make it, trying to get it to be flush. And what had happened is the door would actually rub up against it, and it wouldn't let the door shut all the way. So that was one issue that I had to fix. And the same thing was on both sides, and that was my error on my part. So I just want to let you guys know, so that way if you guys do the same thing, you guys don't make the same mistake that I did. So I went ahead and cut that out, and I plan on offsetting it down a little bit and having the weld not go any higher than it, but I also got to make room for body filler. So when I put the body filler in there, it doesn't expand. So I try to keep that same door gap all the way down as well. So that's one issue that I had, and the same thing is on both sides, like I said. So yeah. So I cut that trim off as well. And another thing that I noticed, and I caught this one luckily, because I wasn't thinking nothing of it for a while, and then I was like, wait a minute, let me go ahead and change this. So what I did was I cut the inner one out as well. So you see the inner one's totally out. On both sides I cut it. And what I did was I took a hammer and started beating it in. The reason why I did that is because when I was thinking, if I get, wider tires and it goes all the way, up to here and looks nice, it doesn't have any clearance for bumpage. So I would have to put the wheel has to be down here to give it clearance for road bumps. So I was not having that. So what I did was I made some relief cuts, like you see one right there and right there. And what I did was I just took a hammer and beat it outwards. Trying to beat it as much as I can. And let's see if you can get some good shots over here. But yeah, basically beat it out as far as I can to make it bevel. So that way, because the tire will normally, come in a little bit when it hits the road or the bumps or whatever. The suspension will make it bring in a little bit, but I'm trying to make it basically as much as I can flush up against that instead of having a block like that. I also think it'll be easier in the long run, because then I can hopefully just weld that straight to it instead of doing what I was gonna do with adding body filler to the underside. So that whole idea, the first idea, was trash. So don't do that. Do the second one, because then I could just weld this straight up and I don't need any body filler at all to make it look good. So except for maybe there, and that's only because right here is going to be flat and it's going to curl in. I think that's what I'm going to do. If you guys have any suggestions for that, let me know. But as for now, that's what I'm going to do, I guess. If not, I guess I can always make a relief cut down here as well and bend that in. So I might do that actually. Just cut it here and then beat it with a hammer until it bends inward, and then weld that. And I think that'll be easier as well. So yeah, so I think it's going to be easier that way, as well as be 1,000 times better. I think that's everything that I was really working on though in this last couple weeks that I've been working on it. Like I said, I'm waiting for a welder so I can order that support and weld that on. Weld the rear quarter, like the things I was just talking about, the wheel wells, as well as fix some rust issues, like any rust holes. I want to patch those up. So, because there's definitely a few rust holes that I got fixed still. Trying to get all the rust done basically while it's a shell. So, and with that being said, yeah, I'm going to spray the underbody coating all the way on, And then if there's any areas that I need to weld to, like my rear diff supports for the rear subframe, I need to weld the mounts on, I can just, grind it off and weld to wherever I need to be. So that's kind of this video. Like, I apologize for it's not me like not doing the work, because I did do the videos, but then I lost them. My computer crashed. I apologize for that, because I'm trying to be better at it as well as, yeah. So but that's basically this video. If you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know, but please watch the video first, because I've had people message me, not even watch my videos yet. It's kind of frustrating when that happens, but go ahead and watch the videos. I have a lot of them, and I try to answer anybody's questions. So yeah, but that's about it. So I guess I'll catch you guys later in the next one.